Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kyle O'Connor, and today I'm here with Tommy Courtney, a junior here at Manhattan College. Today we are going to be discussing Tommy's role on the Manhattan College campus in the sports media concentration. So, tell me, what was it that made you choose Manhattan College and out of all the other schools that you've been accepted to, and what has made you stay?
Truthfully, joining Manhattan College was such an easy decision. In senior year, I only had a couple of college applications sent out, and Manhattan College, I did an early deadline because I loved the school, I loved the environment. Before I even knew here, I heard great words from my family and friends, and also just a small campus that it has, and just a great community. I couldn't even picture myself anywhere else, so I'm really happy to be here.
What made you choose the communication department, and what have you found most interesting?
Well, I went into the communication department a little bit blind. I thought I wanted to go into PR to start, but I was a little bit lost. And then basically, what I found most interesting was the professors. I was able to talk to them very genuinely, and they're great people here, especially in Manhattan. So I was able to really learn about each concentration, learn that PR wasn't exactly my first fit, and it helped kind of broaden my horizon of what I can do in the communication department.
Was sports media something that you've always wanted to do, or has it been in the recent few years that you found it interesting?
So to be truthful, I was never a big sports guy growing up. I was more of a video game kind of person, but I loved like 2K and things like that. But as I grew and went into college, started to love sports as I was surrounded by it. And then one day I was in a communication class with one of the professors here, Tom Gencarelli, and basically he spent the whole class explaining this new system and this new thing that was going to be arrived at Manhattan College, which is called the MPU, the Mobile Production Unit, and basically explained everything how soon this is all the way in. I want to say first semester of 2018, my freshman year, and basically he explained what the MPU is, how we're going to start broadcasting the men's and women's basketball games to ESPN Plus as well as ESPN3. And as soon as he just started going in detail, I instantly fell in love. I wasn't even a big sports guy back then, but I just instantly fell in love with everything that was happening, and I knew I had to be part of it. And I didn't know how far it would lead me, especially to this point right now. But if I if I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing.
What was it like being the first wave of students to try out sports media? Did it make it more challenging, or do you think it wouldn't have mattered regardless?
So, just to give a little bit of background, I was one of the first three students to start in the MPU. There was a bunch of other kids who were doing it like in senior year as elective just to finish college, get out of there. But in the end of everything, I was the only first student to start on the ground floor and with not even having a truck in the school yet. So I was the only one to stay in, and I have to say it was probably one of the biggest challenges to not only learn everything and be a part of it, but also kind of trust myself and keep moving forward and know like this is what you want to do. This is a great opportunity. Don't leave it right now. So basically, sticking with that was one of the biggest challenges, but I think it helped me grow in every sense because in a way it threw me into the fire that I never thought would even be possible, and the stress and challenges that came with it has just made me the person I am today, and I wouldn't take anything back.
Um, what did your classes look like, and how did you guys practice your skills that you were learning?
So first we started with the intro to sports media class, where basically there was two sections of this class where basically before the truck even came in, we were just learning the equipment, learning what to do, what sports media exactly was. We learned how basically everything is run, not even just with the equipment side, but basically sports media as a whole, learning sports analyst, kind of like the story that you want to go. Basically with sports, everything's a story, no matter what's happening. If it's one simple play, an entire two teams coming together for a rivalry, everything's a story in a sense. So we're learning that, not in the specific sense of sports journalism, but how to find out that story and work with it. So we were able to learn different things from the past, like things that happened, like say the USA miracle against the Russian national team for the hockey league. Like we learned just important moments in sports and how to really bring that out of even a small event like at Manhattan College. So we had that, and then basically right now I'm in advanced sports media production 3, basically 1, 2, 3. We have the 3 classes. And in that, our classes are working the game. So basically our class time is not being wasted, and we're getting the best experience possible by working actually on the job fields. And instead of getting paid, we're getting experience. And I think it's one of the best opportunities because I'm learning in a heated environment, not just learning from a book or anything. I'm learning from my own mistakes and moving forward with the producer behind me, Joe Rosario, and learning everything that I need to in the moment. And I feel like that's one of the best ways I've ever been able to learn is in the moment, not reading from a book, because mistakes are the most helpful teachers if you use them correctly. So basically these classes have been the best to really raise my level of experience, especially at such a young age.
So it was definitely challenging having just learned all the equipment and having to produce the basketball games. But what was your most memorable experience while getting a taste for the sports media production life?
One moment that I'll never forget. It was one of the moments where I'm like, wow, I'm really in this. Was I was actually in the game. I can't remember the exact day. I know it was in January. I want to say January 16th or 13th. I forget the exact day right now. Forgive me. But it was the day that Kobe Bryant passed away last year. And basically, we were running a game like normal. It was a regular Saturday or Sunday, just early in the morning. And then basically, all I hear behind me is, guys, Kobe just died. And I'm blown away. I'm like, shut up. We're doing a game right now. This isn't the time. And then it's like, no, Kobe Bryant just passed away. And we're learning everything on the fly, everything that's happening while producing a game. And then I had to actually make the graphic and then put it live to the ESPN that Kobe Bryant just passed away. And I never had time to process anything. And it really just kind of threw me into the world like, this is happening. Like, this is what you're part of. And it kind of let me realize, like, what I'm doing is important. These are important stories. Like, that broke me, and the entire truck was broken for the day. But it's moments like that that made you realize what you're doing is impactful. Like, each story is important to another person. And that story infected the entire world. And just for a sense to me to be a part of it and share that news, it was awful, but also kind of eye-opening in a sense.
Yeah, that definitely shook the world and the rest of the sports community. Well, what direction does the sports media program plan on pushing next? Any sports other than basketball?
As of right now, we're expanding at a large rate, which is pretty great. As of with COVID and everything happening, we're kind of just doing what we can. A lot of games have got canceled with the team getting exposed, other teams getting exposed. So we're basically just trying to do what we can in a terrible year, as everyone else knows. We're basically a year into this as of now. But basically, we're going to be moving down to Gaelic Park, which is very exciting for the program after 2 years of being in the basketball in Dratty Gymnasium here on campus. We're going to be going down to Gaelic Park, which is really exciting to start working on men's and women's soccer. I think we're going to start I'm not sure about baseball. We're going to be doing men's and women's soccer, men's and women's lacrosse, and then I know we're going to start moving to volleyball as well. And then I think we're also going to be doing, I want to say there's volleyball, lacrosse. I don't think we're going to be doing track and field, soccer. And then there's one more I'm just forgetting right now, but we're going to be expanding to Gaelic Park, which is probably one of the best things for us to just be able to work in an environment different than Dratty, learn different equipment, how to set up things in a different environment, and just really raise our experiences. So not only is this great for me, but it's great for the department as well as everything for ESPN, just to be able to grow to different sports. And right now, the ceiling's the limit.
But tell me about the opportunities you've had with it and where you might want to end up.
It's honestly given me a lot of great opportunities. Actually, this week, we're going to be leaving to go down to Atlantic City this Sunday, March 7th, and we're actually going to be recording the men and women's MAC basketball tournament games for the MAC department, and then to go on to NCAA. But we're going to be recording down there. I'm going to be working five games as technical director, and it's going to be a great experience not only to work with teams such as St. Peter's, Fairfield, and other schools in the MAC, but also learn from different producers besides people that I'm used to and adjusted to, as well as Joe Ruggiero, work with other producers and other people and work in that technical director spot. And hopefully, as of right now, there's a chance I might be able to produce one of the games or a couple quarters of the games, which at my age is a great experience. And it has helped me really grow in just my knowledge of the media side and everything. I've also had an internship opportunity with Fox News this past summer where I was able to do a remote internship, which if it wasn't for this MPU truck, I would not gotten a part of. I was very lucky to have this opportunity. And basically I was able to learn with professionals in Fox all remotely. I was able to have one-on-one conversations with different people, and I was able to grow my resume, grow my networking experience, and make great partners. I know someone from Texas now who we keep in contact every single day about different news, and it really has kind of grown me from just sports media to realize the importance of journalism as a whole. And I think it's been a great opportunity, and just being a part of this MPU has helped grow myself, my experiences, and my opportunities, and I cannot be more grateful.
Tell me about the podcast. What do you guys talk about, and for how long have you guys been doing this?
I'm actually really happy you brought on my podcast because it's something I have a lot of fun with just on the side. And it's something that we kind of just build a portfolio with, me and my buddy Court, as of right now. His name's Court Dillincross. He's actually a 30-year-old guy from Texas, and he's one of the best people here on campus, such a nice sweetheart. And we work in the truck together as well. And basically on this podcast, I had two podcasts while being at school. The first one was Jasper 60, where I worked with Court and another person named Tim. And basically, we just said all the events that was happening around campus, sports-wise, which we weren't able to bring back just because of coronavirus, and we want to keep things going. So we switched to actually a new podcast, me and Court, that's called the Courtside View, where basically we have a focus on just talking about NBA and different things happening in the league media-wise and just kind of interesting things. And as well, we have now branched off to the Premier League side of things, talking more about football, the actual European football, and just discussing that sense. And I've been growing my knowledge, and it's been great, one, to build a portfolio with everything we've been doing, just to show that we're trying and working and just kind of having a little bit of fun with it. But also I've been learning a lot more sports and learning different opinions, and having a podcast just kind of really opens your eyes in different senses to another side of the media world. So it's been great to be a part of that, as well as, like I said, build a portfolio and just kind of help my resume. But honestly, check out Jasper 60. We haven't been able to record as much because of coronavirus, which the WRCM studio just got raised. But if you want to check us out, we're on SoundCloud, Courtside View. Check us out.
That's all we have time for today. Thanks again for taking the time to talk. My name is Kyle O'Connor, and this was Tommy Courtney. Thanks for listening in.